Today we're going to talk about 5 reasons why you might actually be stuck and be in a plateau in your weight loss journey. Now, when people hear the word plateau, they get a little freaked out. You tend to do something extreme, and I'm going to explain why it's not necessary. And here's 5 things to look for before adding in hours of cardio or slashing your calories completely. Number 1 is the margin of error in your calories being tracked if you're eating out consistently. Takeouts, restaurants, etc. When you're eating in a restaurant or through takeout, yes, you can guess the amount of calories, or yes, you can go by what they say on the website, but you really have no concrete way to know if that's accurate. Okay, if different people are preparing your meals every time, they could put adding more sauce, less sauce, more of the actual food. If you went to an Italian restaurant, ordered a pasta dish that's supposed to be 1,200 calories, because let's face it, most of them are, you could be eating probably close to 1,500 to 1,800 calories worth and not even know it, because they added more butter or more oil or more pasta or more sauce or more meat, whatever. You're not really going to be sure because you don't know the person preparing your food. So whenever someone's in a fat loss journey or just starting, number 1 recommendation is to eat as many meals as you can from home or that you're preparing yourself. This makes sure that you are so accurate with everything you're eating. You know all the ingredients, you know the portion sizes, the calories. It's all based on you. You know it all, it's all on you. So that's 1. Number 2, relying on physical activity trackers to accurately guess your calories burned. Now, I love technology, it's great, but as good as technology is, relying on activity trackers to measure the calories you burn every single day is not a good approach. The best fitness tracker on the market is still off up to 25%. That is a huge number. So if your Fitbit or your Apple Watch is telling you that you burn 3,000 calories in a day, like, oh, sweet. So if I eat 2,500 worth, I'm in a deficit. That Fitbit has no real idea how many calories you burned. They're basing it on these steps you might have walked or how much your hand is moving, because it's not an actual step, or your heart rate. They don't know specifically your individual statistics to know how many calories you're burning. And it changes day to day anyway. The body is a fluid, adaptive machine. So do not rely on your activity trackers to tell you the calories burned. What you should do instead is set a weekly calorie target based on your average weekly activity level. So if you're working out 3 to 4 days a week, maybe do a couple days of cardio or hikes or whatever, base your cardio or your calories on that, not on what your activity tracker says. Number 3. Metabolic adaptation. No, I'm not talking about starvation mode. I'm talking about if you've been dieting for months on end and your calories keep getting lower and lower and your body weight is getting lower and lower to a point, and then you get stuck, your metabolism adapts to the new body weight that you have. You also might be moving less. You're eating maybe less, maybe more. It's really hard to say, but metabolic adaptation basically means that you've been dieting for so long and a deficit for so long that your body doesn't need to have a revved up metabolism anymore because you weigh less. So it doesn't need to have a high metabolism if it's adapting to what you've given it over the past months. So what I recommend in this is to take a diet break for 1 to 2 weeks, jump back up to your new maintenance calories. You're gonna see a reduction in stress, increase in performance, increase in NEAT. You're gonna feel better, and you're more likely to stick to your diet once you jump back into a new deficit and see some more progress in that. It's a journey, it takes time, and I understand we all have these self-imposed timelines, but if you run a 12-week fat loss phase and for 2 of those 12 weeks you took a little diet break but you saw more results, you're winning in the long run. Or if you took 14 weeks instead of 12, it's really not a big deal. You're still living your life, right? Number 4, as you lose body fat, your NEAT is going to go down and your cravings and hunger are going to go up. It's just natural. That's how the hormones work. And typically when we start to weigh less, we start to move less, we get more lethargic, we fidget less. All of these things add up over time because NEAT does make up the majority of your metabolism, or we can control it anyway. So if your NEAT is going down, your metabolism is not the same. And if your hunger is going up and you're eating more, you're no longer in a deficit. So that could be a simple switch to know if you're moving a lot less. Take account of your steps. What are you doing every day? Are you spending more time on the couch? Are you walking less? Take that into account before you go slashing your calories. Just make sure of that. Last but not least, underreporting of calories. Now, this can be by accident, this could be on purpose. It really depends on the person. For someone who's just signed on to a coach and is scared to like open up their food diary to what the coach will see everything, it could be nerve-wracking. I tell all of my clients I am never going to judge their food choices. Who am I to judge? I eat ice cream and cookies almost on a daily basis. But being honest and open with how many calories you're actually eating is extremely important, because without that number, we're guessing, right? We're shooting in the dark. We have no real idea how many calories you're eating. The other thing to think about when underreporting calories, if you're trying to recall at the end of the day everything you ate that day, you're gonna miss a few things. It's gonna happen, you're human. You have so many things going on in your life, especially if you have kids and you work, and it's hard to remember every portion of every food that you ate for that whole day. The solution is very simple. Be proactive, not reactive. If you know your meals ahead of time, log them ahead of time. I know I'm gonna have steak and potato for dinner. I'm gonna log that now. I've already logged it. I log it a day in advance. If you already know the meals, if you're planning your meals ahead of time, log them ahead of time. You don't have to worry about trying to remember everything. It's a proactive approach. It's already set in your brain. You already know what you're eating. It's done. It's simple, easy work. You're more likely to stick to your calories. You're more likely to be accurately tracking, and it's gonna make the journey that much easier, so you won't necessarily be in a plateau or get stuck. All right? That's the top 5 reasons why your weight loss may or may not be stuck. Hope that was helpful. Like the video, share the video with someone, save it, send it, tag people. If you have questions, hit me in the DMs, hit me in the comments. I'm very happy to help. Thanks for watching.